Hello and welcome to FTV. I'm Luke Sellers. First this week, Cinderford recycling plant CKS has laid off its entire workforce as it battles to stay afloat. According to one of its workers, none of the 28 employees have been paid for the last 6 weeks. Computer recycling specialist CKS Group have taken the drastic action just months after opening the £8 million plant at the Forest Vale Industrial Estate. It is the first of its kind in the country. Employees now face a nervous wait to see if they have a future with the company, pending the outcome of talks between CKS bosses and potential investors. FTV went behind the scenes at the A40 roadworks this week to see how work is progressing on the busy stretch between Hynham and Over. We spoke to Highways Agency project manager Dave Stock about the work that has been done so far and saw at first hand how emergency vehicles are managing to beat the jams.
The work that is going on at the moment is removing the existing surface. People have seen planing's been removed, i.e. the top surface being removed and ground down. We've got a lot of plant on site, digging out deep excavations to put the new drainage system in before we finally take away the whole of the road surface and start rebuilding it back from ground level back up to a new surface. Currently, despite the weather we're suffering at the moment with the heavy rain, everything is still working to programme to complete for the beginning of November. Unfortunately, in terms of work at night, the work that's been undertaken isn't just undertaken on site. A lot of the material, the majority of the material is taken off site. That is taken to various plants that have their own planning constraints, and we're looking to recycle a lot of that material, reprocess it and bring it back. And because of the constraints of the timings of those, which are basically during a bit extended beyond the normal working days and normal weekdays, it's not practical to undertake works at night when we can't take the material off site and reprocess it.
A tourist attraction in Lydney is reopening after a year out of action. The model village at Taurus Crafts will open later this month after being taken over by new owners. An army of staff are currently working hard to restore the village in time for its relaunch after it had fallen into disrepair during its closure. FTV went to meet the village's general manager, Jane O'Brien, the lady with big ideas for the miniature attraction.
It was beautiful, but over 6 to 7 feet of sort of stinging nettle. So the thought was, where do we begin? A miniature village. As you can see, what we have done so far, we're doing from section to section, trying to get, sort of colors into this green forest, the Forest of Dean. We also will be having a cafe, a little bit more upmarket, so people can come in and have a glass of wine, glass of champagne while the kids are running around with our staff taking care of them. We also will be having new projects coming along, something like the Chepstow Castle, other projects, but we will have projects happening continuously for the next year or 18 months.
While we were at Taurus Crafts, FTV also caught up with the sculptors who are giving a whole new meaning to the idea of a hog roast. Colway craftsmen Phil Buse and Peter Covington-Jones have constructed a 20-foot high wild boar made from wood donated by local businesses. The sculpture will be burned to the ground as a centrepiece of an event in August.
It's really sort of inspired by we're aware that there's a lot of boar entered the forest just now or inhabiting it. So it's part of a long series we've done here at Taurus. The fire sculptures, we call them, but they remain here as a visible item for maybe 2 months in this case. It will be a nice celebration on the 30th of August. So yeah, the materials are all scrap materials kindly donated by local companies. That nice crest at the top is something I picked up from, I think it's probably Anglo-Saxon Celtic rendition of the boar. They exaggerate the sort of pattern effect on the top of the back there. I think it gives it more drama and rhythm and whatever.
Finally this week, chess-mad pupils at a forest school play at least twice a week and even have a large outside set to battle it out in the playground. In some classes at Berry Hill Primary, every child knows how to play the ancient game and every classroom has at least 3 sets. Until now, the pupils have had a chess club at lunchtime and one day after school run by retired teacher Sally Graham, but she has decided to give it up, so they are hoping someone else will come forward to help run it. The school's enthusiasm for the game started with former head Harry Williams, and after he died, money raised in his memory was spent on the large outdoor chess set.
So what do you like so much about chess?
Well, I like the queen bit because they can move anywhere and I like taking pieces.
Do you?
Yeah.
What about you, Phoebe? What do you like about it?
I quite like the idea of it because it gives you something to do if you're bored.
For more on these stories and all the rest of the week's news, including a firearms raid in Newent and an animal cruelty case, don't forget to pick up a copy of this week's Forester. You can also keep up to date by visiting thisisgloucestershire.co.uk. Thanks for watching FTV. Goodbye.